Tonight on the Hallmark channel, When Calls the Heart airs with an all-new Sunday, March 9, 2025, Season 12, Episode 10, and we have your When Calls the Heart recap below. On tonight's WCTX Season 12, Episode 10 called Through the Valley, as per the Hallmark channel synopsis, the land dispute around McGinty's meadow comes to a head. Hickam and Mai throw a harvest festival for the town. Elizabeth helps Emily find her purpose. Stars Erin Krakow, Pascal Hutton, Jack Wagner. So make sure to bookmark this spot and come back between 9 p.m. 10 p.m. ET for our When Calls the Heart recap. While you wait for the recap, make sure to check out all our WCTH news, spoilers, recaps and more right here. Tonight's When Calls the Heart recap begins now. Refresh page often to get the most current updates. Elizabeth noticed that one child in her class seemed a little lost. The student's name is Emily. Emily has a lot of ideas, and none of them seemed right for her final class project. She later discussed it with Elizabeth. She was dealing with a lot of self-doubt. Elizabeth offered to help her come up with an idea, but Elizabeth was also concerned about her son. Little Jack fell asleep in class. He didn't have a temperature, and so Elizabeth thought he was staying up all night reading comics. And she sent him out into the fresh air to wake him up. Jack went to go play with some friends. Elizabeth turned her attention back to Emily. Emily did a lot to help her community. She found a way to help the hazelnut farms. She prevented pollution. The one thing Emily needed was a way to connect her work to the subjects she was being taught in class. She didn't come up with a comic book to help kids learn algebra like the others did. Only Elizabeth believed that Emily has a lot to teach her fellow students. They were working on a plan when Nathan heard back from his boss. Nathan was approved for a promotion. He was being promoted to chief constable. He pretended like it wasn't a big deal, and it was. He was quite proud of the work he did. They brought down the leader of the Garrison gang. They have two members behind bars, both of whom were getting questioned by Bill and the new in town, Inspector Georgie McGill. Bill was fine with letting Rosemary in on the case. She's the one that brought the gold coin to media attention. She's assisted the Mounties every step of the way. It was just Georgie that tried to keep Rosemary out of it. Georgie reminded Bill that they shouldn't be talking to the media. She said their focus should be on the interrogation. Not that it was much of an interrogation. Woody Garrison confessed to everything. The one thing he didn't know was where the gold was. He just had the map. He was blindfolded when Jake took them out to the woods and they buried the treasure. The only one who knew where it was Jake. Jake didn't even tell his brothers where the gold was. He left behind a map, and the map led to an empty box of treasure. The Garrisons also didn't know who Ernie Martell was. They had nothing to do with his ranch or the Cavalman Association, the same group that was now suing the governor. They were trying to stop his national park. Eddie Martell was no longer representing them, and so she was about to lose her family town, and not before Bill kissed her with all the pent-up feelings of a lifetime. She was the one that got away. Rosemary saw that kiss, and she stopped being angry at Bill, because now it all makes sense why he was trying so hard to impress Georgie. She also wanted all the gossip about Bill and Georgie's relationship, but Emily missed the cutoff to apply at Teachers College. She realized she wanted to be a teacher because she wanted to be like Elizabeth, and not because she genuinely wants to teach. She later confessed to Elizabeth that she doesn't have the same calling to teach kids like Elizabeth does. Elizabeth understood because teaching wasn't for everyone. She advised Emily to focus on what she does enjoy, and how that might turn into a career. Little Jack also passed out. He was playing with his friends when he passed out. Nathan found him and they brought him to the doctor. He was later diagnosed with diabetes. It explained why he was so tired. It also explained why Jack gets dizzy from time to time. He didn't tell his mother about the dizziness. He didn't want to worry her, only he told the truth eventually, and now it all makes sense. Tonight on the Hallmark channel, When Calls the Heart returned with an all-new episode from Season 12. Airing on Sunday, March 9, 2025, Episode 10, titled Through the Valley, brought a whirlwind of emotions, revelations, and heartwarming moments to the beloved town of Hope Valley. The drama unfolds as the land dispute surrounding McGinty's meadow reaches a boiling point. The stakes are high, not just for the ranchers struggling under Arthur McGinty's crushing interest rates, but for Edie Martell, who stands to lose her family's ranch. Meanwhile, the town finds solace in the lighter moments of the Harvest Festival, organized by Hickam and Mai. The event brings everyone together, a brief respite from the growing tension in Hope Valley. At the heart of this episode, Elizabeth once again proves why she's the soul of the town. Her keen eye notices that Emily, one of her students, seems lost and overwhelmed. Despite Emily's many efforts to support her community, helping hazelnut farms and fighting pollution, she struggles to connect her work to her class project. Elizabeth's patience and guidance give Emily the courage to open up about her self-doubt. As they brainstorm ideas, Elizabeth's own concerns linger. Her son, little Jack, appears more tired than usual, even falling asleep in class. Though he doesn't have a fever, Elizabeth assumes he's simply staying up too late reading comics. As Jack runs off to play with friends, Elizabeth refocuses on Emily's project. Their collaboration leads to a powerful realization. Emily's drive comes from a desire to emulate Elizabeth, not necessarily from a passion for teaching. Ultimately, Emily admits that becoming a teacher may not be her true calling. Elizabeth's supportive response encourages Emily to pursue what genuinely excites her, rather than following someone else's path. The episode takes a dramatic turn when Nathan receives word that he's been promoted to Chief Constable, a hard-earned victory following his successful efforts to capture members of the Garrison gang. Nathan's humility about the promotion hides his pride, but the townsfolk celebrate his accomplishment. Meanwhile, Bill and Inspector Georgie McGiddle interrogate the captured gang members, hoping to uncover the location of the hidden gold. Woody Garrison confesses everything he knows, except the crucial detail of where the treasure is buried. The only person with that knowledge was Jake, who left behind a map leading to an empty treasure box. Adding to the turmoil, the ranchers' battle with Arthur McGinty intensifies. With Edie no longer representing the Cattlemen Association, McGinty moves to foreclose on her ranch. Lucas, racked with guilt over his executive order's unintended consequences, confronts McGinty, accompanied by Nathan. Tensions rise, but the situation takes an unexpected turn thanks to Oliver, a sharp Mountie recruit. Oliver uncovers McGinty's scheme to sabotage rival farms by using non-indigenous ashtrays to cut off crucial areas, evidence that McGinty was manipulating the land to ensure the ranch's failure. Faced with mounting evidence, McGinty opts to save himself. In a last-minute deal, he agrees not to press charges against Ali and Oliver for trespassing and leaves Edie's ranch alone. The ranchers are safe for now thanks to the clever work of the young recruits and the unwavering support of Hope Valley's protectors. But the drama doesn't stop there. In a surprising twist, Georgie prepares to leave town after hitting a dead end in the gold case. Before she departs, Bill kisses her, an emotional moment loaded with years of unspoken feelings. Rosemary, ever the town's observant heart, witnesses the kiss and finally understands why Bill has been acting so strangely.